What's going on, everybody, and welcome to CS5 Unmasked, bringing you another costume tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made my Dream Sequence Jason costume from Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. And I'm going to be doing this for around $25. Now I'm fully aware that $25 really isn't a whole lot of money to try to make a movie accurate costume with, but I'm going to try my very best. So sit back and relax, and welcome to CS5's Cost Cut Costume Tutorials. Alright, let's see what we're going to need. First, we're going to need a mask and a hood, a green work shirt, a gray pair of pants, and some black boots. Now, footwear will be optional, just wear whatever you feel that is comfortable. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start off with the shirt. Now, this is just a green work shirt that I picked up at a yard sale for $1.50. And I'm just going to take a can of flat black spray paint that I picked up at Lowe's and just do a light coating over the entire shirt. Now I'm literally going to do the same thing to the pair of pants. This pair of pants I actually picked up at a yard sale as well, and it cost around $1. Alright, once the shirt and pants are all done, we're now going to proceed to the mask. Now the wonderful thing about this particular mask is I actually have a video tutorial on how to actually make this. So I'm going to be using pretty much the same methods that I used in my tutorial video for this video. So the mask I'm actually going to be using for this particular costume is just a cheap Chinese knockoff that I picked up at AliExpress.com, and I paid around $1 for it. Now I'm going to go ahead and start off by removing all the snaps of the mask. This particular mask doesn't have any snaps, so none of them are required. Now we will save the strap that actually came with the mask because we are going to use it later on. And now I'm going to proceed to sand the mask. I'm going to go ahead and mark out the axe cut. And then I'm going to proceed to cut it out using a pair of scissors. And now I'm going to go ahead and spray paint the mask. I'm going to be using a satin meringue, paint and primer. And if you're wondering why I'm using spray paint instead of going with the cheaper method, you'll see in just a few moments. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and apply a chevron. Now back in 2020, I had purchased a whole lot of chevrons from JDF Studios before they closed the doors. But don't worry, JDF Studios did come back, but they're under a new name. They're called Fear City Creations. I'll leave a link in the description to their website so you can check out all the goods that they actually have to offer. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and paint the mask. So this is pretty simple. I just used a little bit of acrylic white and acrylic black paint, mixed with a bit of water, to create the gray paint that I actually need. Now this will be a little bit of trial and error until you achieve the color that you actually want. Alright, now using your gray paint mixture, we're just going to apply it all over the entirety of the mask. Now using a damp rag, we're going to go ahead and proceed to remove some of the gray paint. So this is the reasoning why I ended up using satin meringue spray paint for the undercoat, because if it was made of acrylic paint, it would actually be removed during this process. Now using a bit more of the gray paint, we're going to go ahead and add a bit more finer details to the mask. Alright, now we're going to put on the strap. Now just using a pair of scissors, I'm going to go ahead and proceed to cut off the snaps at the end of each one of the straps. Now normally the strap would actually be applied to the mask using pop rivets, but being as we are trying to be cheap about this, I'm going to be using these paper fasteners. Now the strap's actually going to go on the inside of the mask, where typically it's on the outside, but for whatever reason, they wanted to be a little bit different. So just using these paper fasteners, I'm just going to attach the strap to the mask. Alright, now moving on to the hood. Now this is just an old man latex mask that I picked up at AliExpress.com, and I paid just under $8 for it. Now you can purchase this particular mask from Amazon.com, but you are going to be paying about 3 times the amount. But the benefit about ordering from Amazon, you can get it within a few days, to where if you order from AliExpress, it may take a couple of months. Alright, now before I continue, I just want to openly say that the entire process that I actually filmed to create this hood, somehow the footage all got corrupted. I'm not really sure on how it happened, but about 15 minutes of footage is no longer usable. So I really don't have any time to actually purchase another hood to recreate this. I'm just going to go ahead and demonstrate it the best that I can. Now I started off cutting out the eye holes just a little bit bigger, just so that I had more visibility. And then I used some red acrylic paint to create the axe wound on the top of the head that Jason received at the end of part 3. And then I moved on to the machete wound that Jason received at the end of part 4. So now I wanted to go ahead and dirty up the hood. I went ahead and picked up some burnt umber acrylic paint, applied a little bit to a rag, and then gently dabbed it all over the hood. And then I went ahead and grabbed some black acrylic paint just to emphasize key areas of the mask. Now I am fully aware that directly applying acrylic paint to a latex mask is not a forever solution, but being as we are trying to do this on a budget, it actually worked out pretty good, and I was pretty pleased with the overall results. Alright, now for the boots. Now this is a pair of black work boots that I picked up at a yard sale for about $2.50, and they obviously look like they've seen some better days. There's a giant gash on the side of the boots, so these will no longer be good for any work applications, but for a costume, these will actually work out quite well. Okay, let's go ahead and tally up the cost and see how much I actually had to pay to create this costume. And as you can plainly see, it is under $25. Alright, let's go ahead and put everything together and see what it looks like. Alright, I want to thank everybody for stopping by and checking out the video. So if you have any suggestions for costumes you'd like me to make in the future, let me know in the comment section down below. Alright everybody, until next time, this is CS5 signing out, and I hope to see you in the next video.